This is the brand new Bilgin 163 Eternal Spark. She's 50 metres, delivered this year and designed for chartering and for partying, hence this huge hot tub on the 22-metre sundeck, enormous beach club and 6 cabins, so you can charter in real comfort. And in this tour, we're going to go from top to bottom and show you every single area. I'm Jack Haines, welcome to YachtBuyer. If you haven't done so already, now's a good time to subscribe to the YachtBuyer channel. Hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, and you'll be notified every time we upload a new tour or a sea trial. Right, let's get on with it. Let's start by talking about this tub, shall we? It's such a striking feature. When you come up the steps from the bridge deck, the first thing you see is this lit up pool with the sun shining through this glass area here. It's lovely, but there's more to it than that, because it is also the top of a chandelier that runs all the way down to the lower deck with a glass top. So you get the light pouring down, and the effect and the reflections that you see from inside is absolutely stunning. We'll see that in a moment when we head down inside the boat. Continuing with the sun deck, it's 22 metres long, which is very large for a 50-metre yacht. Bar over on this side, seating area opposite, all nicely protected by a hard top, and you've got twin tables which open up, so you can make a really big dining area up here if you want to. Opposite, there is a dayhead on every deck on board this yacht, so guests are never too far away from those facilities. A little bit more storage over here for the crew to store bits and bobs, and you've got a grill too, so you can do some cooking up here, which is nice. Right aft, underneath this canopy that they've erected for some shade, you have seating area and then another big slab of sun pad. It's a very large sun deck for a yacht of this size, with that amazing hot tub at its centre, and that sets the tone for what is a cracking party boat. Let's go downstairs and explore the bridge deck. Here on bridge deck aft, we arrive at the main dining space, external dining space on board, and is a boat really well attuned to serving guests and making it easy for the crew. So you have a 12-person dining table. At the moment, it can be 14 if you want it to be. And a good example of that ease of serving is this table looks like it should join together, but it doesn't. It's supposed to be open so the crew can very easily get through to serve guests, and also makes it easier for guests to get in and out of this area. And actually, it's a very comfortable, easy deck to live with. And I like the different areas you have. You have the dining table, seating back there, but I like this little corner down here. A couple of nice comfortable chairs tucked away by the window, nice and sheltered, and then opposite you have this bar area as well. Again, easy for the crew to serve drinks, other bits and bobs to the guests from this area, and of course it links in with the upper saloon as well. Into the bridge deck saloon aboard Eternal Spark, and we got our first taste of the interior decor. It's designed by Hot Lab, who are an Italian firm, and the first thing you notice is all the different textures underfoot. Marble, the cold of the marble when you first come in. Lovely squidgy carpet here, and then right in the middle this beautiful eucalyptus, again inset with marble. It looks and feels really nice, and this is a cosy, intimate space. Nice to have a drink, nice to relax of an evening. There is also a TV that drops down from the ceiling, so guests can watch a film here, and they're very close to yet another bar. There's just a bar out there, but we've got another one here, topped with marble, sort of starlight ceiling as well, Rolls-Royce-esque. That's very, very nice. Through here is access to a dayhead and the crew pantry, and also the bridge. We'll pop in there in a moment, but we've got to talk about the star of the show. I mentioned the chandelier, this fixture from the hot tub. I'm now underneath looking up through the water, and look at the way the reflections dance around this area, and the chandelier plunges all the way almost to the lower deck. It is an incredible effect, and there's also glass set into the floor here, so again I can see all the way down to the lower deck. It is absolutely amazing, and it's a real feature all the way down through the boat. But before we go and have a look at that, let's head forward and have a look at the bridge. Here we are in the bridge then, and for a yacht of this size, you're actually quite a long way forward, so you've got a really nice clear view of the bow and the boat deck. We'll pop out there in a second and have a look at the toys. Obviously, you've got all of your navigation equipment here, all the controls you need to run the boat. These 4 big Simrad screens, which obviously will mix your navigation radar. We've got all the cameras here on show, so the captain and the crew can see everything going on board the boat from up here. There's a little desk down here where the computer's laid up so they can do some work. And not only have you got 2 nice adjustable helm seats, but also a leading post right in front of the wheel. A wheel that's not going to get a huge amount of action. I'm using the twin throttles and the thrusters. She's got fin stabilisers, of course, for stabilisation underway and when she's stationary. In terms of speeds, well, she'll top out at 17 knots and cruise at around 12 knots with a range of 5,000 nautical miles, because at that speed the engines are only using 250 litres per hour combined. Right, let's head out there then and have a look at the boat deck. The first thing you see when you come out the bridge are these big storage lockers on both sides, very handy for the crew, also handy for the skipper, are the wing stations. These pop up really easily, and then you've got your throttle controls, thrusters, and of course a great view down the side of the boat, and you've got them on both sides as well, so whichever side you're mooring, you should have a pretty good view. Then forward, before we get to the toys, there's this really nice big living area, and this is very flexible. They do yoga out here. Obviously they've got it set up as a sunbathing space at the moment. You can also set up a screen here, and this is where the outdoor cinema is. So you can have a lot of fun up here as a guest. You can also have a lot of fun with this stuff. So on board, she's got this Williams 460 sport jet. That's also the rescue tender lifted in by this crane, and there are a pair of jet skis down there as well, so they can plonk those in from here, stow them away nice and neatly forward on the bow. She also runs with a custom-made chase boat as well, so that'll run alongside the boat for guests to use for water sports and longer excursions, and they tow that as well when they don't want to run it behind the boat. So yeah, lots of toys, lots of fun to be had on the boat, but plenty off the boat as well. Right, let's drop down and have a look at the main deck now. Here we are on main deck aft then, obviously a very important living space on a yacht like this. This is not a dining area, this is somewhere to relax and have a drink from the bar over there, but it's a really big space. Lovely big sofas facing in and out of the boat, the table in the middle, and plenty of protection from this overhang. And I said they talked about sort of the ease of the crew and the ease of guests to store their things. So you have shoe storage under here, you don't have to put your shoes in a shoe basket when you come on board, and all of the lithium batteries are stored in there. So they're all in one place, they're away from the machinery space. If the worst were to happen, if a fire sparks off, you can get them out the boat really, really easily. Moving forward, as I mentioned, a nice big bar area. This boat is always well connected to bar areas, but that's a really good one. There's a TV up here as well. That swings out and then faces the seating area, and then we're inside to the main saloon. Into the main deck saloon then, and this is a very large internal living space, much bigger, much more sociable than upstairs. You've got these lovely sofas either side that are very wide, as nice to lie out on as they are to sit, and big windows here as well, so views out are great, and natural light is not an issue anywhere. And obviously with the light decor, it really has helped brighten this space with the mirror detailing as well. There's plenty of light bouncing around here, and I talk about the artificial lighting. This is nice, these backlit pillars as well. It's quite grand entrance into this area. The TV is in this section here, and it's two-sided, so you can obviously watch it if you're in the sofas, and you can watch it if you're on the other side of the dining table. The dining table is lovely. We've got a similar sort of floor pattern to upstairs, so you've got the mix of marble and eucalyptus. Very, very nice. And then the bespoke chandelier overhead, another 12-person dining table here. I talk about this mirror effect. It's quite a clever way of hiding, concealing these storage areas, but again, they're bouncing light everywhere. And talking of light, well, again, we're getting the benefit of this central staircase. Light is pouring down here, and you can still see the flickering from the water above. It's so nice that you sort of have this running all the way down the centre of the boat. That's another crew access space through to a pantry and then down to their crew spaces, and through here we arrive at the owner's cabin. Before we get to the owner's cabin, there's this lobby area. There's a side door out onto the starboard side deck which leads up to the foredeck, and then once again we get to enjoy this central staircase, and the chandelier still continues its journey down towards the lower deck, and I can just see the deck below with the glass at the bottom. It's always an occasion passing this, and I'm still seeing the flickering of the water coming from the hot tub as well. It's amazing. And Hot Lab have done some good work in these public areas because they still look really interesting with these shapes and the use of mirrors and lighting. Very, very nice indeed. On this side we have a day head, the day head for this deck, crew access on this side, and then we are into the owner's cabin, which starts off with this study area. Lovely big window here, so if you're sitting here working, you've got plenty of natural light and a great view, of course. Little sofa behind, and then into the cabin itself, and obviously we're forward, and this enjoys the full beam of the yacht and lovely big windows as well. And quite cleverly they've put mirrors on here as well, so they don't feel as if they're blocking out the view so much, because again they're bouncing the light around really effectively. Super king bed, but still plenty of floor space, and a nice run of carpet around the bit where you're going to move. So you've got the cold marble, but in the night you're walking on carpet, which is really rather nice, and you've got the starlight effect in the ceiling as we've seen above the bars as well. TV mounted inside the mirror, so when that's off it disappears completely. And here you have a very nice walk-in wardrobe. This is a good size, and it's also got a bureau inside it as well, and it can be sectioned off from the rest of the cabin if you want to be. And because it's there, it's not eating up space inside the bathroom, and what a bathroom it is. Separate sink and toilet cubicles, and then in the middle this amazing shower, and this bit is heated as well, so there's a lot of marble in this boat, but if you're barefoot in the bathroom, as you're likely to be, it's lovely and warm. And then into this amazing shower with the blue marble. The marble is themed throughout the cabins, and you've got a lovely rain shower head as well. And talking of the other cabins, let's head downstairs now and have a look at them. And here on the lower deck, we arrive at the bottom of the staircase that I've been banging on about for this entire video, but you can just see the bottom of the chandelier. And if I look up, right up to the hot tub, that is so, so cool, and not something you expect on a yacht of this size. And also, the layout is quite different. We have 5 cabins down here. I said it's attuned for charter, and this is why it's going to be such a popular charter boat. We're going to start with the doubles. These are identical, these ones either side of the passageway, and what's quite nice is it's themed in here. There's a colour theme in the bedding, in the cupboard fascias, and also in the marble. So this is all turquoise. It looks absolutely lovely, and even the artwork is matching. These have got the same sort of finish to the owner's cabin, where you've got the nice heated floor underneath, separate shower cubicle, and the use of marble throughout is absolutely beautiful. As I said, exactly the same over the way, another double cabin, and then we arrive at the VIP. And this is lovely to have this as part of this arrangement. Really big cabin, full beam. Okay, it shares some of its beam with the bathroom, which is why the bathroom is so big, but you've got room for this nice chaise longue here underneath the windows, decent size king size bed, another TV that hides away in the mirror. And let me just show you the bathroom, because this is very, very large. Oof, that heated floor is very nice. And yeah, twin sinks in here, lots and lots of storage space, and then you've got your separate toilet and shower cubicle. The shower cubicle especially is absolutely massive. All right, before we head elsewhere, let's go and have a look at the twins. Moving towards the twins, I say twins, they're actually quite flexible. This one is set up as a twin, and here, well, guess the colour theme, but as twins they are nice and wide apart, so there's loads and loads of floor space. You've got your storage up here, and then of course orange marble to match the bedspreads and everything else in here, even orange marble in the bedside tables, which is quite nice. And also point out, every cabin's got control of all its lighting, air conditioning and AV from individual iPads, so they can set themselves up depending on whatever they want to do. On the other side, and remember, there's a big focus on charter, these are the twins set up as a double, so they slide together and you still get your bedside tables on either side. But having this really adds the flexibility for a charter yacht. Being able to have twins or doubles just makes the space that bit more flexible. And then you've got your, again, lovely separate bathroom, and the orange mosaic. That's a very nice feature. That theme that runs through is really well adhered to. It looks lovely. Okay, we can't see the crew space unfortunately because they are in use. However, we can go to the beach club and the engine room. So let's head there now. With the passerelle out, there's only access down to the beach club via the steps on the starboard side. There's a shower here that slots into the deck. That's nice. When you come out of the water, you can have a very nice shower from a proper shower. And this is a transformer, so this goes up and out towards the deck. It's got steps in it as well, so it then goes down into the water and creates your stairway down into the sea. Obviously, this is a great platform to launch toys from as well. Flightboard, sea bob here, and this links very nicely, of course, to the beach club itself. Into the beach club then. First thing is, storage is excellent in here. They've got these floor to ceiling wardrobes on both sides. They go back a long way. They're very tall as well. So this is an area where crew are going to need to store a lot of kit, and there's really thought about that, including underneath their step there is space for all the folded up paddle boards and that sort of stuff. Over on this side there's a sauna large enough for 3 people, and there's a shower in the deckhead as well, so when you come out you can immediately cool off. You've got ice quite literally on tap coming to this sink here, and there's a day head just down there. So guests have great facilities right by the waterline, including this bar area as well, more storage over there. This is all fridge space, sink, television down here as well, which is quite nice. And through this door here, this is an access point through into the engine room, but we're going to go in through the entrance on the main deck. Main deck access to the engine room is through this door on the port side deck. So down the bottom of the staircase you come to that central lobby area and then turn into the engine room itself via a watertight door. It's a good space. It's all on one level as well, so it's very easy to move around this space. You can see the 3 generators are all lined up behind me, and then we've got plenty of workbenches as well. One on this side where the engineer's got all his tape lined up, another one over here, and then this central one where you have the vice, sink and all the tool storage underneath here as well. And these are between the engines, which is quite handy, and as you can see, very easy to inspect the engines. It's got the exhaust system over the top, which is a beautiful looking bit of equipment, but obviously there for its functional purpose. But yeah, the Caterpillars are very easy to move around and inspect. Got your filters here, got control station as well right forward. She runs with 1 engineer on board. There's no control room, but all of your switching is all very nicely lined up here, beautifully lit in here as well. It's a really good, effective working space. We're back where we started then, right up top on the sundeck, and this deck so well personifies what Eternal Spark is about. They've built it for charter, they've designed it to be fun and comfortable and enjoyable for big groups to use, and it certainly achieves that, but they've done it with sparkle as well. Things like the Beach Club, that incredible central staircase that I've mentioned however many times, but it's a boat full of delightful features like that. If you're lucky enough to be able to charter this boat, you're going to have a huge amount of fun. Thank you very much for watching that tour of Eternal Spark. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it. And if you'd like to watch another video on a charter boat available in the south of France, we sea trial the Wally Y100. I'll put that for you up there. If you'd like to subscribe to the YachtBuyer channel, you can do that by tapping up there. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Jack Haines. This is YachtBuyer.